So I just wanted to clarify it. You know what I'm saying? Just wanted to clarify everything. You know what I'm saying? To everybody that Max Max with Wendy Moctezuma is my son by the Lord Jesus Christ to heaven above, God's son, which makes me more closer probably, and better than the original dad. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And he's playing baseball. And your dad was originally a highly anticipated athlete. Last playing basketball. I did baseball too. I hit a home run. I was very good. I could have went pro in baseball as well. Could went pro in all three: baseball, basketball, and football. You know what I mean? Your dad, Patrick Williams, aka Unas Fox, aka Outlaw Fox, is actually, technically speaking, of the best, next to Kobe Bryant, the best ball player to be buried, to be lowered in Pacific View, which is basically the model of Orange County. You know what I mean? The best, the cleanest, beautifulest place in Orange County Cemetery, that I'll be buried in, a huge celebrity resort and everything that it is. Kobe Bryant's in there. John Wayne is in there. The beautiful, facing the beautiful blue sea of Pacific View, you know, soon to be in there. You know what I mean? It could be this year, you know, very soon, the way things are. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? People are after me. You know what I'm saying? And people are after me. People don't like me because of a lot of reasons, man. I'm being persecuted. You know what I mean? Number one is I stand for the truth. I stand for our creator. You know what I mean? Which is Jesus Christ, man. You know what I mean? Who was brought to the cross, man. You know what I mean? For coming in the name of the Lord to heaven above. You know what I mean? So I'm being persecuted. You know what I mean? I'm to be betrayed and killed by these Luciferian devil snakes that, looks to me may have sacrificed. I'll just say may have, because we're on here and everything, but we know what we should know what happened. If you know what I mean, if you're awake, okay, you know Kobe Bryant didn't just accidentally get in a helicopter and it just went down, and then all this stuff has gone down to be what it is and what we're in. You know what I mean? That, you know, something, strings were pulled. You know what I mean? Sacrifices are made for some odd, crazy reason. Okay? Sacrifices are going down. You know what I mean? Sacrifices are going down. You know what I mean? Because the Antichrist is in effect. Satan has been let loose. You know what I mean? Satan is running our world. Is the money that we make. He's owning the money that we make. The entertainment business that I've basically spoken out of, context of, to be killed by many different. They'll blame it on all types of. They'll blame it on gangs, because gang members are involved with it too. You know, the game is involved with it. Okay, you know, many dangerous people. Too Short, as I pointed out to you guys, this Too Short clown, you know, shooting his pornography and doing his stuff, his nonsense. Now he ain't happy to be a dad. Now he's not happy to finally grow up and be a dad. You know, many reasons, you know. And the way that I feel about it now, you know, stepping aside from athletics and sports, was because I was injured to a wheelchair for 3 months, suffering 2 broken ankles, going into the prime of my career, junior year. I was highly anticipated. D1 scholarships, two hands dunking above the rim. I could touch the top of the square. Was easily dunking. You know what I mean? This is what Lupe Cortez needs to know about. When I was showing up to Tustin all messed up, getting high and drunk, showing up to school and gang affiliating and going down the dark path that's of these streets, because gangs run these streets, drugs run these streets, mafias run these streets. And if you don't have any positive outlet or father influence, well, this becomes your father, this becomes your mother out here. You know what I mean? And, that's how things ended up the way they did. But yes, I was good as Kobe Bryant, 7 inches shorter than him. I was as good as Kobe Bryant, could have been his teammate. I was at Riverside Martin Luther King High School. You could look it up. My godson, Max. Your dad is a celebrity. It's not of the norm of this world. You could look it up. They're rivals with Modern Day, which is up the street from me right now. Top programs in the nation, all-star program that steals all-star talent. The ball player who went through all of Modern Day, his name's Marvin Lee. His jersey's retired at Riverside Martin Luther King. His jersey number 5. I was replacing him. I was basically the replacement of Marvin Lee, up and coming. He had taken off. It was 4 years after he had taken off. Basically, it was 4 years. Right when he left, I was coming in. So I was replacing him. His jersey is retired from the arena. We had the same lot of identical Actually, I was better, I believe, because I had a right and a left, and I had a better jump shot and better ball handler, and I was stronger than him and had better work ethic to be better. So my jersey could be retired in an arena. Riverside Luther King, one of the top programs around, rival with Modern Day, huge program and everything. This is your godfather. Max, this is your godfather. You know what I mean? Patrick Williams, a.k.a. Unas Spots, a.k.a. Outlaw Spots. You know what I mean? Speaking to you in these end times. You know what I mean? So much more time to talk. You know what I mean? My health isn't the best right now. I'm battling with so much health situations right now. Life is just not fair. It's crazy, man. Sleep's getting messed up. Things are getting rough. You got your whole future ahead of you to live on in this world that I'm going to let you know is very satanic, demonic, and very wicked. It's a crazy place, even, in the business that you're moving into. You know what I mean? You're pursuing baseball. Stuff is rigged. Okay? You know what I mean? They're going to come to you. And you're not going to have any choice. Because there's all type of inside. They already banned me. They already threw me out. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to. They already banned me. I've already been blackballed. You know what I mean? I would have been in it too. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I was on my way to have shoe contracts, commercials, NBA finals, all of it. I was about to take over. From collegiate, if I even was going to go to college. It may have been just straight out to the pros. Might have been, the way as strong as my body was and the athleticism I had at, defense and offense and where I was going and the big hype that I was getting ready to be on, but it was all gone. It was all gone, and I've been out here to the streets of Santa Ana pretty much ever since. You know what I mean? I've been out here battling the streets from Santa Ana to Tustin to Irvine. I mean, and I just can't I haven't been able to, it's hard to get it together. It really is. I'm hustling. I'm striving. I'm hanging in here and I'm doing my studio thing, but, it's just, that just threw me off. That threw me off right there, Once your legs are pretty much damaged, there's not a whole lot out here for you, then you become kind of in the government's hands, and they, the law don't even want to deal with you. Nobody want to deal with you. You know what I mean? So, you're living, you know what I'm saying? So my godson is living, you know what I'm saying? Wendy's grinding, doing her thing, working her behind off. I'm sure that's what she's doing and everything as mother and everything. But, your godfather is dying. Your godfather is dying. And it could be any day, it could be any hour, it could be any second, it could be any week. Okay? The way things are getting, the way things are, the way things just, I'm being followed, I'm being tracked. I'm this life of a celebrity, it's not norm. and a lot of stuff has gone down, and I fired out some music, and some people don't like it. They don't like it. They don't like what I'm growing on and what I'm speaking on that I feel and that I know about. And time is running out. That's all I'm gonna say. Time is running out here. You know what I mean? Time is running out, as Outlaw Spox tells you guys. Let alone that's high celebrity too, because I'm hype manning a celeb group, which is Tupac, Amaru, Shakur. And there's beyond even that, from G Unit to G Unit right there. You know what I'm saying? High, your dad's a high celebrity, not of the norm. That's your godfather next to heaven. You know what I mean? So I don't care whatever's going on with the other fool or whatever, man. He's not me. Me and Wendy had something real special. She's now gone off on her thing, and we're for whatever the case is, because this is how it is with the brown and the black situation. And you know what I mean? It's just dysfunctional, and it's crazy, and it's weird. I don't know why they don't want to accept me. I feel that the Moctezomas don't want to really accept me for many reasons. And number one is that I'm not a dancer. They dance, they party, and they get drunk, and they want to do all this stuff. And I'm disabled. I'm handicapped, and I have hardly even a leg to stand on. I've had hardly even a leg to even stand on or anything. And it's just crazy being me. It is. It's crazy. It's messed up. It's not fair. Why am I not? Why didn't I get to see my full potential as a ball player, man? Why didn't I get to the pros? Why didn't I get to college? Or I just everything cut off as a sophomore. I got the sophomore year, and this crazy rageful argument broke out, and I was shipped to the hospital, man. You know what I mean? Going to the hospital, I had to fight my way up. It wasn't even over at that point, bro. I was kicked on the ground. I was moving I was squirming like a worm on the ground with freaking legs completely blown up. Blown up. Huge stones, bro. And I was shipped to the hospital, you know what I mean? In tears, crying. Only 17 years old. I was only 17, 2 broken ankles. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure people already know this is a count away from, the matter and everything, but it was a father and son situation. You know what I mean? It was father and son. You know what I mean? Me and my dad got into this. They already know. The world knows. Because I'll get these evil, Wendy tells me, oh yeah, I should have just stood there. And what does it matter, dude? It doesn't matter. Since then, I've been in over hundreds of fights to protect myself in these streets, in many situations out here. You know what I mean? I had to hold myself down. And it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? I was a kid. I was a child, and I wasn't living a violent life, and I wasn't expecting it or knowing, and it happened. And that's just it, man. That's just it. Leave it at that, man. It's a cold world. It's a messed up game, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, me and Kobe Bryant will be stationed in Pacific View, the best basketball players in Pacific View. I count on that. That's not going to change. I tell you that I was that good as a point guard, as a combo guard that I was moving into, and I was going to take over the world. I was going to take over the league, take over high school, everything. I was going to take it all over. It was going to be mine. And I kid you not. You know what I mean? That's your godfather. That's godfather talking to Max right now. Winnie Montezoma. You know what I mean? I'm in my Kobe Bryant actual Newport Beach sleeve, man. Because I love Newport Beach, man. I don't like Santa Ana, man. You know what I'm saying? I tolerate Santa Ana. I deal with Santa Ana, but I don't like this stuff, man, for many reasons. It's not quality, It's not good to live this way. I feel, unless you have something going on over here. The cartels, I feel, with really Mexico. So I just, I like to function with Newport Beach, man. Pacific View, you know what I mean? That's where I'm going to be. Bury that, you know what I'm saying? And Kobe Bryant's in there, so I looked it up, and me and Kobe Bryant are the best basketball players that will be laying in there. I'm just not celebrity. I basically I died out. I died out before I was able to get to my prime and prove anything, whether I would have been his teammate or would have been giving him problems on another team. Maybe have been my teammate. Sky is the limit. We don't know. We're not going to ever know. All I know is I was going places. Brighter and better than this. I mean, look at this place, dude. This place is freaking filthy, dude. And you know, it's just filthy. Look, it's just garbage. Look at everything. It's just faded. Everything's faded. See how all the signs are faded over here? And everything's just dirty and there's gangs everywhere. I had something way better than this going on. You know what I mean? And, now it's your turn. You have your life ahead of you to deal with these snakes, man. And my advice is, man, keep faith, keeping your word of God, man. You know what I mean? Obey what the church is telling you, because that game is a devil filled. You'll make your money, you'll be successful, but it's gonna get shady, man. Next 5 years, Santa Ana is on its way to getting really closed down. I'm letting everybody in on it. This stuff is getting really closed down. They're cracking down on a lot of stuff over here. I'm gonna make stuff really hard over here unless you have a real good amount of money. That's shoot. I don't really have. Money doesn't grow on trees. Nothing's free. But stuff is gonna get crazy. This stuff, man. You're not gonna want to be around here. So it's just crazy that my life has ended up this way, and that I had so much more. I was highly anticipated, man. I was most athletic. I was best looking, best couple. Me and Wendy were the best couple at Tustin. I was hobbling around there. I was messed up at that time. I was messed up, but I was young. So I was able, now once you get older, it changes. Stuff, arthritis, dude, walking, standing, okay? Stuff gets harder, it gets rawer, it gets worse, man. It gets worse, it gets harder, man, it gets crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then, options, things are running out, people are flying away, dude. It's like, shoot, not really a whole lot of options of anywhere really to go. So, man, that's all I'm saying right now. Hauling at my godson Max right now. Just got out of Alley Boy's hood right now. Had to get away with that real quick. You know what I mean? Getting to Newport Beach. Getting out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the main thing. There ain't nothing really good around here, dude. It's the garbage. It's the hood. It's no good, man. It look like the Alley Boys are all at work right now. I'm sure. Ain't nothing really cracking with it, man. You want to bang? You want to go sit in jail the rest of your life? All power to you. Okay, even stressing it, but I'm retired from it, man. I'm retiring. I'm a veteran of it. You know what I'm saying? And the set is still the set, man. You know what I'm saying? I holler at the captain, OG, homie. He's on here, the family, because I got the account opened up with another godson, like to me, DeMarco. You know what I'm saying? And that OG, he's doing his thing, grinding and everything, man. You know what I'm saying? Very joker, man. But we as veterans, we're moving. We're moving. We're just trying to at this point, man, trying to keep peace in the direction, stay out of trouble, and don't step on my shoes, and I don't step on yours. That's it. Don't step on mine, I don't step on yours, and nobody gets hurt. That's it, man. Because I'm telling you, I'm staying ready out here for war. I'm staying ready out here for war. It's never gonna stop. It's never gonna be peaceful. It's gonna be crazy. There's gangs all over the place, man. You got TLF, you got freaking Alley Boys, you got freaking F Troops, man. You got Dale High, bro. You got many gangs. Fish Street, you got BBR. BBR was Tustin, man. You know what I mean? That's actually that fool Dreamer. I think he was hood hopping between Fish Street and BBR. But this stuff is crazy. This stuff's a war zone, man. You know what I mean? Between the Browns and the Blacks, man. This stuff. And the Asians got goods too. Asian boys in Fountain Valley. This stuff stays going down, man. You know what I mean? So, hey, I recommended put my godson in the Newport Beach Seahawks, toughen him up. Wendy Montezuma. You know what I mean? Put my godson in some football. He's a little heavy. He needs to get out there and play some linebacker. That's what he needs to do. Get out there and play some linebacker. Learn some quarterback. Do something different. Don't just stay at one. That's the soft little easy thing to go play boring little baseball. But man, you know, like Deion Sanders, he did both. I did all of them. That's what you got to do. So it's easier. It makes it easier. The physicality will make you don't even got to stay doing it. Just play it for a little bit till you get to high school or something. You know what I mean? Toughen that boy up. That's what you're gonna want to do. That's the way. That way, that game becomes even more easier for you. You know, that's why African Americans, we really ended up, dominating baseball, making it so easy. You know what I mean? So, hollering at my godson Max, man. I'm finna get running now. Over here in Santa Ana way, man. 17th Street, Compton. You guys know, Thug Life, man. I'm over here in my Kobe Bryant. I'm over here in my Kobe Bryant sleeve, Thug Life. From Thug Life, 17th Street, Santa Ana, right there. On my belly. You know what I mean? This is Outlaw Spox, man. Telling y'all, 2025, man. You know what I'm saying? End times, man. AI, it's prophesied, man. You know what I mean? This could be my last year here, man. All love to my godson Max, being a hero to my godson Max. Here in Santa Ana, on Bristol and Hemlock. Bristol and Hemlock right now. O'Reilly's. You know what I mean? Out here in front of O'Reilly's right now, man. Bristol and Hemlock Way. This also is Alley Boy, so I need to watch my back even doing this and everything, man. Finna get running and everything, man. You know what I mean? Get running, stay right, man. On them wicked pharaohs of Egypt, you know what I'm saying? So, to my godson Max, hit the ball out the park. Finna get running, man. Hit the ball out the park. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? With my godson Max, wish you the best, man. Hit it out the park, you know what I'm saying? To it all, being a hero here in Santa Ana. You know what I mean? Bristol and Hemlock. I'm ghost. I'm gone. I'm out. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Before these fans start even catching me up and everything, man. You know what I'm saying? Bristol and Hemlock and my Kobe Bryant sleeve. Me and Kobe Bryant will be the best ball players in Pacific View. The history, a huge multi-million-dollar a burial. You know what I'm saying? That's what heaven with God can do. That's right. That's it right there, man. I'm out of here, man. You know what I mean? That's it. Matthew 24 predicts the end times that we are seeing and everything, man. Getting out of here. Everybody's all looking at me weird again. Stuff is just getting annoying, man. Getting crazy, bro. You know what I mean? Prices is going through the ceiling, dude. Stuff is going up. You know what I mean? I'm over here on Bristol and Hemlock, man. You know what I mean? Here in Santa Bama. You know it's the hood, man. You know it's the hood. 17th Street, Santa Ana. You know it's the hood. And you know it's the freaking hood. Thug Life on my stomach, man. You know what I mean? Black man. As a black male. In the Anna way, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Hollering at my godson. Right now. Hollering at my godson. In the hood way. Of O'Reilly's. Right now. Expressing my pain. You know what I mean? And my struggles. You know what I mean? I'm going to get running right now. O'Reilly's. Right now. Bristol and Hemlock. Bristol and Hemlock, man. Finna get running now, man. I'll see y'all, man. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. All right, I'm out. And I'm out of here, man. Santa Ana, 17th Street, Compton. 17th Street, Compton. Santa Ana, 17th Street, Compton. Compton, man.